Someday.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens must stay indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of lockdown.
A grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying new development
New
today.
data confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue. New data confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue. New data confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
In my previous videos, I explained that the terrain theory can be applied into a world in which toxicity of cells is the most important factor in creating disease and health conditions of our bioelectric body. Our body is designed to combat pollution and toxicity, in which cells' own messenger RNA will write exosome proteins to flush and combat the threat, a process known as viral infection. When researching into the Nipah brain virus, several sources pointing out this being the next pandemic, the big one, or disease X. In past weeks, more news is emerging about people passing away due to severe brain issues like brain cancer and tumors, after periodic testing with swabs. Within the terrain theory, the virus cleaning process ignites to cell poisoning. So, a brain swelling virus pandemic must be ignited due to a sudden rise of brain toxification and pollution within large groups of people. The current pandemic is streaming our society into controlling mechanisms, and where we will soon be forced to do periodic testing if one would want to maintain its services and freedom within this system. These new mechanisms will create a process of millions of people having swab tests every day. When researching into these swab tests, many of these test kits used in the current pandemic are sterilized through a chemical solution. In most cases, this is done by ethylene oxide. Also on many face masks, ethylene oxide is present. In both cases, the packaging of these products is labeled with sterile EO. So, what is ethylene oxide? At room temperature, ethylene oxide is a flammable, colorless gas with a sweet odor. It is used primarily to produce other chemicals, including antifreeze. In smaller amounts, ethylene oxide is used as a pesticide and a sterilizing agent, and has a status known as a human carcinogen. Carcinogens are substances that cause cancer by changing the structure of DNA. The ability of ethylene oxide to damage DNA makes it an effective sterilizing agent, but also accounts for its cancer-causing activity. It's a highly toxic agent with multiple warning signs and labels. When using sterilized swabs and face masks, the chance of ethylene oxide residue left in these products is very plausible. As these items are produced on mass scale and with high demand, the industry cannot guarantee safety regulations and proper testing of ethylene oxide residue being left in the product. With the use of millions of these items on a daily basis, the amount of residue of this toxic agent could be building up in people's nasal cavity, can lead to toxification of brain tissue. This will ignite exosomes into cleaning processes of brain cells on the long term. As a toxic gas that leaves residue on items it contacts, ethylene oxide is a surface disinfectant that is widely used in hospitals and the medical equipment industry to replace steam in the sterilization of heat-sensitive tools and equipment, such as disposable plastic syringes. So when unpacking a swab at room temperature, high chances of toxic residue that are left on the swab could get in direct contact with mucous membranes when swabbing in your nasal cavity. The CDC states that ethylene oxide is not recommended as a crisis strategy for cleaning filtering face piece respirators, as it may be harmful to the wearer. Is evidence and concern that sterilizing PPE with ethylene oxide will result in off-gassing of ethylene oxide during use into the breathing zone of the wearer. Major effects observed on workers exposed to ethylene oxide at low levels for several years are irritation of the eyes, skin and respiratory passages, and effects to the nervous system, like headache, nausea, memory loss and numbness. So the precautions taken to combat the current pandemic increases toxicity within our bioelectric body into highly toxic levels. By wearing toxic face masks and having toxic swabs inserted into your nasal cavity, are we witnessing the creation and base of a new pandemic to come? After being X-radiated, X-alternated, exposed, exhaled and X-classified, will we see the rise of disease X in next year's time? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the world of tomorrow. Much love.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sherry John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man now give you no break. Not even your eyes now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?